So in this video, I'm going to be installing Solus, and this is a Linux operating system in a desktop computer. So this is the Solus website. I'll click on download. So there are 4 desktop environments to choose from. This is the Solus Budgie, and you can read more about it here. This is the GNOME desktop environment. This is the Plasma, and this is the XFCE. So this is the system requirements. So I'm going to select the GNOME desktop environment. So the size of it is going to be about 2.9 gigs. I'll click on download, and this is going to download the ISO file. So I'm going to create a bootable USB drive, and I'm going to use Rufus. So this is the Rufus website. It's a free software. I'll download the exe file. So the ISO file is here and Rufus is here. So I'll open up Rufus. Now I'm using a 16 gig USB drive. So under the boot selection, I'm going to click select. I'll select the ISO file, click open. I'll click start, click OK again. So this is going to delete everything in the USB drive. So it's creating the USB drive. Okay, so the USB drive was created, and now I'm going to take this USB drive and boot up the desktop computer. So I booted the desktop computer into BIOS, and I want to make sure I turn off secure boot. The secure boot is disabled, so I'm going to reboot the computer. So I'll select the USB drive to boot up from. So I'm going to select the first option, Solus 4.5, hit enter on the keyboard. So this is the Solus installer menu. So the first option is welcome. And here you can change the language. I'm going to leave it as American English. Click next. So this is the location, and it's already detected that I'm in New York. So this is region. There's a drop-down tab here, and you can select whatever region. This is the zone, and you can select your zone here. Also, you can change the language here if you would like, and the numbers and dates locale will be set to American English. You can change that here also. I'm going to click next. So this is the keyboard settings. You can change your keyboard layout here. I'm going to leave it as English. You can type here to test your keyboard if you would like. I'll click next. So this is the partitions section. So if you have more than one hard drive, you can choose it here. Select storage device. There's a drop-down tab. I only have one hard drive, and it's a 256 gigabytes hard drive. So there are 4 options here. Install alongside. The installer will shrink a partition to make room for Solus 4.5. The second option is replace a partition. So the third option is erase disk. This will delete all data currently present on the selected storage device. And the fourth option is manual partitioning. Here is where you can create or resize partitions yourself. So I'm going to erase the entire drive. I'll select this one, erase disk. So here it says no swap. There's a drop-down tab, and there are 3 options. Swap, no hibernate. Swap with hibernate. So I'm going to leave it as no swap. So this is the file system. There's a drop-down tab. There are 3 options. Extended 4. There's BTRFS and F2FS. I'm going to leave it as extended 4. Click next. So in the user section, you have to type a name and a login name, a computer name, and password. So I'm going to type a name. So the login name, I'm going to leave it as John. And the name of this computer, I'm going to type Dell. I'll type a password. So here it says login automatically without asking for the password. You can check this. I'm going to leave it unchecked. Click next. So this is a summary of all the settings. I'll click install, and it's installing. So it's all done. Solus has been installed in this computer. I'm going to click done. So on the upper left side, I'm going to click on this icon here. So this is the installer. So I'm going to click on the Files app, and these are the folders listed. So on the left side, here's some menu options. I'll close this. So Firefox is installed by default as the default browser. So this is celluloid. I'm going to click on that. So this is a video player. So I'll click on these three dots. And here you have some menu options. So this is another app, Rhythm Box. So here you can play audio. So this is the app grid. I'm going to click on that. And these are a list of apps that I installed. There's calendar. And you can create a calendar event. So LibreOffice is installed. This is LibreOffice Writer. There's LibreOffice Draw. This is LibreOffice Impress. I'll open that. And here you can create presentations similar to PowerPoint. This is the Terminal app. This is utilities, and here are some utility tools. This is the system monitor. So this is the onboard keyboard. So this is the keyboard onboard settings. And here you have different setting options. You can dock it to the screen edge. There's settings here. There's layout. There's theme, snippets, keyboard, auto show, typing assistance, universal access. This is the print settings, and here you can add printers. You just have to click add, and you can add a network printer or a local USB printer. So this is the Software Center app. So here is the Software Center, and these are all categories. There's desktop software and theming, and you can install all of these. You can just click on it, whichever one you would like. I'll click on GNOME Desktop, and you can download and install any one of these. I'll click on updates, and here you will see if there are updates available. So it says available updates. You just have to click on that. I'll click installed. So these are a list of the software that I installed. And if I want to uninstall any one of these, I just have to click on it and click remove. I'll click on third party. Here you can install this software. There's Google Chrome also. I'm going to install that. So there's a list of apps that you can install from third party. Click on search, and here you can search for more apps. This is settings, and you can configure your Software Center settings. Automatically check for updates. You can turn this on. Update frequency. You can change this here. So I'm going to click on the Show Apps grid, and Google Chrome is installed. Click Continue. Continue, click OK. So this is settings. So here you can connect by Wi-Fi. So this computer is connected by Ethernet cable. There's Bluetooth settings, and you can connect to your Bluetooth devices here. This is appearance. So here I can configure the background wallpaper. I can also add a picture. I'm going to select this wallpaper. So this is notifications. There's do not disturb if you want to turn off notifications. So this is the app notifications. You can configure this. Right now it's on. And to change it, for example, printer, I'll click on that. You can turn it off. There's a sound alert notification pop up. I'll click on search. And there are more settings here. There's multitasking. So this is the general section. You can configure this. You can configure the active screen edges. So this is the workspaces. This is dynamic workspaces, fixed number of workspaces. You can select that and choose the number of workspaces you would like. So you can configure multiple monitors here. I'll click on apps. So these are a list of all the apps that are installed. This is the privacy settings, camera, microphone, device security. I'll click on online accounts, and you can configure these online accounts for Google, Nextcloud, Microsoft, Exchange. I'll click on Google. There's sharing. There's sound. These are all settings. There's power also. You can configure the power settings. I'll click on displays, and you can configure a resolution here. There's night light. Mouse and touchpad, you can configure it here. So if you install this on a laptop also, you can configure the settings. There's keyboard. This is the printer settings. You can add your printer here. This is removable media. This is the color settings. This is region and language settings, accessibility. This is users, so you can add another user here, and you can also configure this user to be an administrator also. Also, you can just right-click the desktop. You can change the background, click on display settings. So I'm going to open the Files app. So if you want to create a new folder, you can just right-click and click on New Folder. And I can right-click this folder, and I have all these options here. I can click Move to, Copy, Rename. I can email it, Move to Trash, Delete. Click on Properties. So on the upper right side, there's some icons here. You can configure the volume, the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You can configure the style. And you can shut down the computer from here. Click on the power icon. So in this video, I installed a Linux Solus with the GNOME desktop environment. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I thank you for watching, and I thank you for subscribing.